Friday. Just gonna wait for some of my peeps to pop on. Good morning. Lord, y'all. It's Friday, which is my second favorite F word. Just being honest. It's just who I am as a person. Can't help it. I hope you guys have had a great week so far. And if you are local, I really hope I am going to see you tomorrow at our team meeting. I'm excited to see y'all. Good morning. Okay, so I am going to get started, and I actually have notes this morning. I'm so excited. So, if you are able to, somebody who's listening, if you could type these 5 questions when I say them in the comments, that would be really great for those people that are like going to watch the replay or catching up. So, I listened to a podcast this morning, and I am all about sponsoring because that is how you're going to build your business. That is how you're going to grow your income. That is how you're going to bless all of the people. So first off, if you have not watched or if you missed the training last night from the Zoom training on the sponsoring, if you missed that, I'll be sure to have Katie post the recording because that was really, really, really great information. And I'm not really going to go over those things. This is going to be something different. So if you just popped on, like I said, I'm driving. So if you are listening, if you could type these questions in the comments as I say them, that would be really, really great. If you are listening to this on a different team page or on YouTube, I'll see what I can do about putting these questions in the comments. So there are 5 questions that people want answered when you are trying to sponsor them. And these questions are not things that they're going to say out loud and ask you, because most people's questions, if they are wanting to join, are different, right? And we usually provide all of those questions. If you're on my team, or if I have personally sponsored you or whatever, I send out an FAQ where I have answered those questions personally to sort of help that. But this right here is something that I sort of do already, like in my head, but it's not something I've ever trained on or really been intentional about. So these are the questions that potential teammates want to know. The first question is who you are. Okay? So you need to ask yourself who you are. Ask yourself who you are. Not a Scentsy consultant. Scentsy doesn't have anything to do with it right now. They want to know who you are. Okay? So I want you to think about this, and I actually want you to do this for me. And some of you guys have already done this. If you did Build It Big, sort of, we asked you to like name things about yourself that didn't have anything to do with Scentsy. So I want you to think about 5 things that could represent you and how you are actually portrayed to people. And I'm talking about in real life. I'm also talking about on social media. So for me, if I want to say, and I want you to think about what you think about, but also what do people that follow you think about? And if you can't think of anything on your social media that people would be able to say about you besides you're a Scentsy consultant, we need to change that, because people don't want to just be sold to, right? So if someone goes to my social media feed, or if they watch my stories or whatever, I hope that they would say that I'm into fitness, that I drink a lot of water, that I like to share memes and can be inappropriate, that I am a parent to 2 crazy kids, that I'm a teacher. So those are 5 things that I want people, or people would think about me when they come to me on social media. Do they know that I'm a Scentsy consultant? Yes. But I also want them to know those other things. I want them to know that I love my friends, that I'm a woman that supports other women, that there's no competition. But you need to ask yourself if those things are being portrayed in your social media. Okay? Question 2. Something that a potential new team member wants to know. What do you have for them? What do you have that is unique? Okay? I'm not talking about Scentsy. I'm not talking about our company. So our question number 2 is, what do you have for them? Okay? So what makes you stand out versus someone else? Okay? So what makes you unique? And that is something that if someone's just looking for extra income, they may be looking at other companies. They may be looking at going to get a part-time job. They may be looking at numerous different things. So what is going to bring them to you, number 1, but also why is Scentsy a different opportunity? Why is it an amazing opportunity? And not just because of the compensation plan. Because I know that I've been with another direct sales and I've had friends in other direct sales, and I know that the culture that we create through our company is so much different than the relationships other companies have with each other, because we collaborate, we give more than we take, we are authentic, and we practice integrity, and we don't compete with each other. Okay? So you need to ask yourself, are you portraying those things on social media and within your regular life? Okay? Question 3. Why should they listen to you? Number 3. Why should they listen to you? Listen to me. No one is going to join you if they don't know, like, and trust you. Period. No one is going to join you if they don't know, like, and trust you. Okay? That doesn't mean you have to go be their BFF. No one's saying that. I've had people that I barely know come and join me in Scentsy. But why? Because I live that Scentsy lifestyle. Because they can tell that I'm passionate. Because they can tell that I'm not just some consultant that is going to sign them up and leave them high and dry. Okay? So why they should listen to you. They have to know, like, and trust you. And that really goes into the fact of building relationships. And if, like I said earlier, if you haven't listened to the training from last night on sponsoring, you need to go listen to that too, because I'm not really talking about any of that stuff. This is something new that I've never really trained on. Okay? But building a relationship with people is why they join your team. They have to know, like, and trust you. Question 4, is it worth it? And question 4 and question 5, I really feel like are super, super important. So question 4 is it worth it? So they're thinking in their head, is it worth spending $99 on a kit? Or is it worth stepping out of my comfort zone and putting myself out there? So we have to create a culture where they will understand whether or not it's worth it. So how do you do that? You share success stories on social media and when you're talking to people. You can share your own success stories, such as going to a reunion and meeting amazing people, such as going on an incentive trip, such as buying all of your groceries for the week without having to ask anybody else for money, your husband, your significant other, etc. By going to treat yourself, by putting your kids in private school. Whatever it is that is successful, you have to share that, okay? So they need to know if it's worth it. Also, promoting how this is something that's going to fix their problems, okay? So a lot of people come to a network marketing business if they're looking for extra income because they have a problem that they need fixed, right? So how is taking this opportunity going to fix their problems. One thing that I know that I've made a mistake of recently is I'm talking a lot about how I've built replacement income. 110% I'm going to keep sharing that. But I know that if someone would have came to me with that when I was first joining, I would feel like I could never do that because that seems like too far off, or it seems like something you could never do. So you have to really make sure that you are solving their problems. Some people don't want to quit their job. Some people just want an extra $300 so that they don't have to dip into savings or put groceries on a credit card. So you have to teach about what this business is going to do for them, not the features. I know a lot of us, and I've been guilty of it too, we talk a whole lot about what you're going to get in the kit this month because it's enhanced kit month, or how you can join for only $59. Yes, guys, that is important. And I've been so guilty of that. But we need to teach what it's going to do for them. Free trips. Some people just want to join because they want to get their Scentsy stash for free. Income. Being your own boss. Some people just want an outlet. So we've got to remember to appease to or market to all of those people. Okay? And then number 5, this I think is probably the biggest thing that holds people back, and the biggest question that I think every single one of us have had in our head before we join. So number 5 is, can I also be successful at this? I feel like everybody asks themselves that, or even asks themselves that now in this business. So number 5 is, can I also be successful in this business? I think we all do that. So is it going to solve my problems? Doubt always fills people's heads. Raise your hand if you've ever had doubt that you could do something well. Please engage with me, because I surely hope I am not the only one that has ever doubted my ability. So number 5, like I just said, was, can I also be successful at this? Okay. So I know that for me, almost everybody that I sponsor or that I talk to or that has been on my dream team list for years, the biggest thing that holds them back is, can I be successful at this? Don't hit that dog. Please don't hit that dog. Sorry guys, there's a dog like walking right there and I don't want it to go on the street. I lost my train of thought. Oh, they want to know if they can be successful, and people have doubt. If you are somebody that's never had doubt about whether or not you could be successful, I would love to chat with you, because I fill my own head with doubt all the time. So and another thing that's really important is they need to be able to envision themselves as a consultant already. Obviously, like, you can't have them be a consultant before they're a consultant, but we need to be able to show them that they can be successful in a way that makes them feel confident. So some examples of that is showing them your Facebook group. Like, I have allowed Dream Team members on our team so that they can see what the support is like. Okay. And guys, if you're listening to this call, I'm really going to empower you to, when you see somebody be on a Dream Team and you introduce them on our team page, please go and comment. And we do that for each other, not for me, not for just for you, but I know if you have a Dream Team member and you introduce them, you want support from us, right? So please make sure that you are giving that to other people as well, because you guys all know that we preach about having such a good team culture and how we all help each other. So we really need to show that to Dream Team members if we're introducing them on the team page. Promise me that you guys will engage with that. Same thing with brand new consultants. If someone is welcoming a new team member, we have over 400 people on this team page. I need more than 4 people commenting, giving them tips or welcoming them. Please and thank you. Anyway, that's off my soapbox. Okay, so they need to envision themselves. They need to know that they aren't alone, right? Because so many of us you're scared. You don't know what you're doing. You jump into this and you're like, oh my gosh, what did I just do? And they need to know that they are not alone. So, like I said before, they need to show, or you need to let them know how they're going to be supported. So how you train them. So like for me, I have my 12 new consultant training videos. If you're on our team, or anybody, honestly, you can use those videos to help train your people and to show them, here are 12 videos made by my SSD that literally walks you through how to be a new consultant. Cincy has a new consultant checklist. We have a workstation full of training. You get training from leaders on here all the time. There's a checklist on our workstation. We have systems in place. They need to know that they're not going to be alone in this business. Most women, and I know Cameron's on here, and I'm sure some other Cincy men are going to listen to this as well, but most women have so much self-doubt that we all get in our head and we let fear freeze us. So we have got to find a way to let all of these people know that it's okay to be scared when you join. But you're not going to be alone, and you are also going to be able to rise above that. I'm not saying that men don't have self-doubt too, but I know for women, that is a big thing that holds us back, is fear. And I know that if you can commit to, thank you, Cameron, I just said that. Yeah, it's not just women. And we all suffer with some type of self-doubt, but I know for women, I know for me at least, like self-doubt is a big thing. So the biggest thing that holds people back is the fear of not being successful. So you have got to help them get over that fear, not by lying to them, but by being genuine. You need to empathize with them. Tell them you were scared when you first joined. Tell them that you're not necessarily a salesperson, you're a shares person. Tell them how you felt when you first joined, and explain how you got over that, and explain how you found success, and use your resources. So something else with sponsoring has to be on purpose. You're not going to earn annual mentor or sponsor all the people on accident. And if you don't want to sponsor people and someone comes to you and wants to join your team, but you don't want to be a leader in that aspect, send them to me. Send them to somebody else in your upline, because this business is totally changing lives, and it's so much about helping everybody rise above whatever circumstances that they have. But if you don't want to be a leader, I empower you to try it, because everybody can be a leader. You just have to make the choice. But you also have to make the choice to live the sponsoring lifestyle on purpose. You can't just sponsor people on accident. Yes, you will have some people come to you and want to join, like Emily and Bailey. But the thing about Emily and Bailey is their personality type are such like go-getters. Bailey, I just gave you a shout out. Like, people aren't just going to come to you and want to join. And you will have some random people that do just come to you and want to join. But like Bailey and Emily have such like go-getter and strong personality types. Not everybody is going to be like that. Not everybody is going to come to you. That is an anomaly. That is not something that is the most common. Most people are going to have to be asked to join for months before they join. If you're on this and you took a while to join, comment how long it took you before you finally decided to take the leap. Comment how long you were watching your sponsor or watching me or watching whoever before you finally decided to join. And I want you to think about that when you are trying to sponsor someone. Because most of the time, most people don't join the first time that you ask them. It's a consistent process with building relationships with people. Okay? You have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe that you can sponsor, or you say that you can't sponsor, you're right. But you can. You can do hard things, and you can change people's lives. Okay? Okay. A few other things before I get off. You cannot sponsor without building relationships. In Cincy, we don't, and on this team, on Shine Your Light, we don't send cold messages to people that we've never talked to. We don't send blanket messages out talking about my join opportunity. We don't do that because that's not authenticity and that's not what we do. We have to build relationships with people. We're in network marketing. That means building relationships with people so that they know, like, and trust you. This isn't a scam. This is something that can really change people's lives. So, think about who your target audience is. Ask yourself who you are looking for. Who are you looking for? And don't discount people. I always use Cassidy Johnson as an example. She's on Chloe Cox's team. She's an attorney and her husband's an attorney. They didn't join Scentsy necessarily because they just needed extra money. Emily has a really great job. She didn't join Scentsy because she needed extra money. She joined for an outlet and for a stress reliever. Cassidy joined because she wanted to go on vacation and not pay and just have some friends to do life with. I mean, yeah, the income's great, but think about it. Not everybody wants to do that. Some moms Bailey's a stay-at-home mom and she wanted to contribute to her income and all of that. So people join for different reasons. Yeah, Bailey said, share your story always. That's why she reached out and joined under me, because I share this and I believe in it. I believe in this business and people need to know that you believe in it. Okay. Show how your team supports you is a big thing. Okay, guys. So those were the 5 questions that I listened to this morning that I felt like were really self-reflective. So I'm going to go over them one more time. So the 5 questions that people have that they may not ask or that they have in the back of their mind when they're thinking about joining you or joining Scentsy. Question 1 was who you are. And your homework-ish was to write down 5 things about yourself and ask yourself if they're actually portrayed on social media. Not just what you think about yourself. Go and look at your social media profiles and see if people could actually tell those 5 things. Yeah, Bailey, people join for the friendships. The friendships that I have now are insane. I really didn't have that many friends before I joined Scentsy. It's crazy. Okay, number 2, what do you have for them? What do you have for them that is unique? Question 3, why should they listen to you? Meaning they need to know, like, and trust you. Question 4, is it worth it? Is it worth it to stand out? And question 5, can they also be successful at this and will it solve their problems? Do you guys have any questions? This wasn't a fire sponsoring video, about asking all the people. This is really about asking yourself how you are portraying these things on social media. There are so many more ideas and there's so many other sponsoring trainings that I've done. You can go on my YouTube channel and I've done overcoming objections with sponsoring. I've done my top 10 sponsoring tips. Definitely go and look at those if you want some more in-depth Scentsy specific things. But this was something that really spoke to me this morning about and gave me some self-reflection about things that I'm posting on social media and talking to people about. So build relationships with people, guys. If you didn't watch the sponsoring training last night from Katie Lassiter's group, and well, it's not all her group, but those amazing people that were talking sponsoring, I definitely encourage you to watch that when the recording is posted because it was fire. And I love y'all. And if you're coming to the team meeting tomorrow, I can't wait to see y'all. Y'all have a fabulous Friday.